Anyway, part two, and so we started on the trainers in form. You got anyone in particular you wanted to mention, DK?
In form.
Before we go past Graham Beck, I just want to say, if you go back and look at his last 50 runners, there's been at least half a dozen winners in there, and there's hardly a runner that's finished worse than fourth. And that's
yeah, well, it's like Enver used to be. I mean, we're all it's late mail now while he's going, but even I just had some horses trial the other day, like first starters or things that, you know. He had one with no form, Miss United States or something. It was 0-0-0, and then in this good run it ran fourth or improved its rating a heap the other day. It's just, you know, I don't know, just, yeah. But they're in good form, but he's a good trainer. Maybe that Enver used to be, he's a good trainer.
Yeah.
Like, that Abyssinian, what a nice horse it is.
Yeah, is that the one that won Pakenham? Like, it was just absolute. That was
big. Look at the what? How to do that? I know it was a nice horse, but it shouldn't have been able to reel off those figures. Anyway.
And it just sat back and wide, and it was, you know, never off the bit until the last 100 metres, really. Oh,
geez, what a nice horse it is. If it's a horse to follow, Abyssinian, everyone, well, probably on the boat and the bus now. It's had 2 wins, but anyway, but yes, I mean, anyway, so I can't think of anyone else off the top of your head, mate.
Is there anyone we need to play in the form, DK? Like we're getting legendary.
I'm cured. Tony Noon's winning race after race, and
like we only last show all we did was just discuss. You just said
positive
about Jake Duff. You said he's being put on to go forward.
Go forward, yeah. Make it very simple for him. Back pocket plumber. He's working hard up there, and as he rewards them, as we saw with C. Parrish and David Hayes rewards them. You know, if they do the work, puts him on. So obviously J Duffy's doing the work, and after what happened at Mooney Valley, he got it on that horse. It might be a bit tough for you getting back off midfield and things. So yeah, now he's riding, knocking up riding, and at least I'm cured. I was betting against him, and so you know he's J Duffy. He's they ride lots of work and everything. Yeah. How many horses they ride a morning up there? They're riding good cattle, you know. So and keep the instructions simple, you know. Get this up the front. So yeah, but as far as playing anyone in a format, as soon as I didn't know. I was very gentle what I said because I know how that works. You pot anyone and they'll just beat you in the next 4 photos. But Robbie Griffiths, who else did I say?
Colin Little. We might have even mentioned it, but
no, I was going to mention them. I had them written down to mention. I was very, you know. Michelle Payne was on my list. Just trying to double the next day, but it just shows how it goes in peaks and troughs. Doesn't matter who you are in the caper. Yeah. You know, even if you're weary, you can have the occasional quiet week, or you know, things like that. But,
the one race that's got me baffled from Caulfield on Saturday, because the extra times don't reflect what I thought I was seeing, but if you turn the volume down and just watch the Booker race, it actually looks like a jump out or a trial. It doesn't look like a race.
But the number, I just had a look at the time reflected, you know.
Yeah, the time was okay. So, yeah. Maybe I'm just been hard on the jockeys, and the maybe she's just better than.
I don't know, because they ran a 13 section.
Yeah, might have been one really slow one there.
Really slow one, so it's like a barrier trial to me. Yeah. And it was up, but the numbers, looks like the data's data. It's gone well, you know.
Yeah. And the good part of it is it didn't match the betting. So, you know, Scholes was heavily back late. So I have a problem when the tactics match the betting. In this case, it didn't. And I suppose you just got to give Dwayne Dunn all the credit.
Yeah, well, you get forward and things in the race and things that first up, you know, that are going to look for cover. Yeah. They don't want to be exposed. And then the on pace like that's got an advantage. Yeah. And then him and those blokes who like anchor drops and sprinting up, they take that advantage in those races, you know. Yeah. And the horses are fitter and there's more intent. And there's second and third up. The trainer's happy with their fitness and say use these a bit early or get going. Then it's a different story, you know. Yeah. So, but your first up, very funny. If you want to go and watch something funny, get on First Light Racing's Twitter. They put up the post-race interviews with the jockey, and they got Craig Williams when he came back after Smart Coupe. It's Simon Zara's a very funny. Well, it's not funny because he wasn't happy. Yeah. But it's quite entertaining. So FLR Racing or something on Twitter. It's quite funny.
Well, I can tell you now, I wasn't very. I'd love to hear that.
But it's Craig. Craig comes back with not a smile on his face, but you know he's ever the optimistic, you know, and Simon's just going.
I mean, honestly.
Anyway, it tells a story about it missing the start. And, anyway, it's quite funny. Go and have a look at it.
I'll have to have a look.
And it's good, you know, it's great because they're fantastic where they do with that with their social media. That First Light Racing. They get all the jockeys after the races and that, and if you're looking for track patterns or want to know how the horse went, you can get it up, so it's all out there.
I want to word this carefully, DK, because I don't want it to seem like I'm criticising the wrong people. But in Victoria, we seem to have a plague of horses being scratched at the barrier, particularly when the fields are full of young horses. So we saw Black Caviar's filly on Friday night. What's she called? Osietra.
There's a heap of people in a coma it got scratched. Well, you were the same. Everyone wanted to back Rod and Todd.
Yeah.
And want to take it on.
Yeah.
Which was the obvious play in the race, wasn't it? And then you end up getting hammered in the deductions. And Rod and Todd shits him. So
there was 2 in that race, and there was a couple on Saturday, but I just feel like in Victoria we take too long getting them in the gates, particularly when they get in the fields full of young horses. So when you compare it to Hong Kong, for instance, they have double or triple the amount of barrier attendants, and they get them in the gates in about 30 seconds. They're straight in, they don't stand there long, and away they go. If you take 2 minutes or so to get them in, so that means the horse is drawn the lower gates, or if it's split, you know, whatever, that are going in first. They're standing in there for 2-3 minutes. It's almost like inevitable that one of them's going to play up. Just love to see them have the same attitude that they have in Hong Kong, where they just get them in really quickly.
No, they're doing their best, but I don't know what the answer is. But
so what I'm saying is that the attendants that we've got do a great job, and the starter does a great job. But I think they're short-staffed, like for the amount of runners that we have. It's probably they could probably fix it in the city, but it'd be harder in the
that's right, in the country, and with the travel and everything, they're going to different tracks and things like that. To me, that's got to be, So
it's just an observation, anyway. And the other thing I observed, okay, no, it's probably a bit of nonsense, but last week I didn't have a look at the crowd, but they would have had their usual 30,000 or whatever at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Well, the following Thursday, all the jockeys have turned up at the T20 cricket in Hong Kong. I just flicked it over and I was flicking the channels or whatever. There's a T20 game over there.
Was it?
They had a whole tournament.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And one of the corporate areas, there's all the jockeys.
Oh, yeah.
There's there would have been 20 of them, Zach Purton and
National crew, yeah.
So Wednesday night at the races, at least 30,000.
Yeah, packs out.
Next day at the cricket,
no one there.
Would have been about 150 people.
Yeah, no one there. That's Hong Kong, mate. That's
Melbourne.
No interest to the Chinese.
Big Bash, we've got 25,000 at the cricket.
Well, then you might get some expats there. That's about, 20. Yeah, that's right.
300 in Sandown.
That's right. Yeah,
it's just the complete opposite, which has got to say something about the administration of both sports in that sort of, I suppose.
It's more the culture and the people. But China, they don't want to bet. It's the only game in town, racing. Cricket, they're not brought up with cricket, but it's, if there's a big crew of maybe, Indians or those sort of expats there or something, there might be, but, you go to India's cricket mania, and Chinese countries cricket, what's that,
Well, again, I heard Peter Todd on that Business of Betting podcast.
Oh, yes, sir, he was the most recent one, yeah, Peter Todd.
Really good. It's always good, he does a good job,
Jake.
He was talking about back in the 70s when on a Wednesday they'd get 10 or 20,000 people at round week.
Yeah, massive.
Once upon a time,
the only game in town. That was when racing was the only game in town. There's illegal card games and 2-ups and things like that. There's no casinos, no pokies. You wanted to bet, you went to the races.
Yeah,
it's massive. Unfortunately we missed that era, but anyway.
So I just wanted to touch on one thing. I won't talk about next week because one of the guys that's joining us later, Paddy's got a theory. He's got a solution. He's telling me.
Cool.
I think so. He's talking about the jump outs and the private jump outs that particularly happen at Cranbourne, but also all around Victoria. Really.
Everywhere. I'm cured.
They're just all over the joint.
There's 120 horses jumped out at Terang the other day. And then if you then obviously what happened there follows. There's a big tipping round out of the Weir Warrnambool stable from those jump outs down there. Things as soon as they go up to their price, they're off, and then you hear the trainer pre-race, this jumped out super with that iconoclasm, which won by 8 lengths at Ararat. Apparently they put the blinkers on it at an Ararat at a Terang jump out, and Yendall said, it went good, it wasn't like a racehorse. So I did the form on that race at Ararat the other day. I said, I'll back it in the I said, it'll be the improver. I didn't know how much it improved, but I backed it in some, and backed the favourite, and they went up 280 and $5 or something. I said, all right, I'll leave that till the morning. And the next minute's 320. And there was another one called Snitch at Ararat. They put up $7. Next minute's 240, and it got beat at where did it get beat at? Got beat at Ararat, and then it won at Warrnambool the other day. And the trainer said, this jumped out sensational against some of their good horses, but might have left it again. First prep for that trainer, might have left it on the track, so they backed off it. Second start, ran to that what they expected first up, But It's too big a disadvantage, mate. That's why. If I do Flemington, Caulfield, and Ballarat, I'll still go and see the other. That's one portion of jump outs, and when they're racing against horses I haven't seen.
The issue is, DK, is that it's not like the information's being held. It's being. Some people are getting it, as you're saying. Like some people are like. It's not just the connections. It's some like whether it's people that are going to these jump outs or whatever. So I don't really see. And if you don't have someone on the other side of your bet, there's no market. So now once again on Saturday, I couldn't do the Colts division of the 2-year-olds because Robbie Griffiths had 2 unseen first starters in the race. They started $71 and $151. What's the point? What's the point of keeping those jump outs hidden? Robbie, you recently went to the Trainers Association function. Didn't he say if it's good for turnover, it's good for racing?
Yeah, and he said that at the twilight race meetings.
Well, Robbie, there was a lot of turnover taken out of that 2-year-old Colts race on Saturday because you had 2 runners that started $71 and $150s, and so I couldn't look at them, I couldn't map them.
What about the Mick Kent things in the Friday night race 1 at Moonee Valley, and then the week before against Hermanito?
Yeah,
I'm glad they got beat. I was earth-riding.
Yeah, me too.
I was glad the first one got beat. I said, they get beaten in a photo, you know. So I hope Mick Kent's on it, you know. He gets beaten in a photo. And then the one at Moonee Valley never got warm, so good. Run last or get beaten in a photo. Sorry, punters, if you backed them, but you shouldn't be backing Mick Kent first starters anyway. But I hope Mick Kent did his arse on, really.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there you go. So I can't wait until the paddock. I hope he's got a good solution because and you're going to get, hopefully, by the new racing season, metropolitan races have to have some sort of public, you know, but still the jump outs. I mean, jump outs are so different to the trials in Sydney. The jump outs, how do you know what shoes they got on? How do you know what jockey it is? How do you know what saddle's on it? Like, you know, they're having a little 800-metre trot around at their home track. Yeah. You know, so I mean, it still only tells you so much. It's only so much, but when you got when it's like unseen, and you've got nothing.
No, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Better than nothing.
Then you got. At least you get some idea, you can get some feeling, you know what I mean? And if they want to play duck strokes, like you said, with heavy shoes or whatever else they want to do, or swat and flies, whatever, they can if they want to. And then it's up to the punters to try and work it out. Yeah. Anyway. Where are we? Got anything else? I don't think I've got anything else, DK.
What's on this week? You got Flemington, is it?
So Sandown Wednesday. I mean, I'm just.
The fields looked alright. Someone said earlier. I didn't have a look before I came here, but I saw a tweet saying they look good fields.
Excellent. Well, I haven't looked at them yet, but I mean that track, that lakeside track, is just racing sensationally. So that's good. Then Flemington Saturday. I'm getting into the swing of Pakenham, finding the right horses there on the Thursday nights. You know, probably only look at 1 or 2 races this week with the Betfair thing on. And even though we haven't had much luck at Moonee Valley recently, we'll have another crack at it this Friday night. So there we go.
Why not?
We've been around the money. We haven't been getting beat far, so we'll have another go. So there we go, punters.
All right.
Thanks for that.